Legion has been looking like it's going to be a great game. With the release in a couple months, I wanted to go over the top 5 things you should know about the game before its release. I also stream on Twitch every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 11 PST. So if you'd like to talk to me about the games live, that is the place to do it. Now, let's get into it. The first one I think is the most important, and one that I see people getting confused with all the time, is that permadeath is just an option. You don't have to have permadeath on if you don't want it. But if you do choose not to use it, you cannot enable it in that save. You would have to make a new game. Players can also mix and match permadeath with different difficulties. So players may use easy mode with permadeath on, or the hardest difficulty with permadeath off, and any mix of the other difficulties. So if you're worried about playing and losing your favorite characters, don't worry, they won't die if it's disabled. They would just be hospitalized for a certain amount of time, which I think is about 30 minutes, and then you'll be able to use them again. Number 2 is the return of Aiden Pierce. Yes, the criminal turned vigilante from the original Watch Dogs is back. Fans were apparently begging Ubisoft to add Aiden back to the game, and they listened. The only bad thing about it is he's a part of the season pass, which means you'd have to pay for him to be in the game. But he does come with his own story, which will explain what he's been up to and why he's come to London, which will most likely be able to stop Bloom and CTOS from completely running London, and potentially the world. It sounds very cool, and for nostalgia reasons, I would probably get it. Aiden was one of the best characters I've ever played in a game. I don't know what it is about him, but he was just so cool. And if you've never played the original Watch Dogs, maybe using Aiden in Legion will make you want to try it out. And trust me, you won't regret it. Moving on to number 3, Ubisoft has since dropped the 3 classes for each hero. These were the Enforcer, Hacker, and the Infiltrator. And they also dropped the random stat percentage buff and debuff a hero would have. Ubisoft has now moved to a more fluid and open system. Each hero will have a profession, such as hacker, construction worker, or spy, to name a few. These heroes will now have some set abilities on them, and some will be different. Like we can see here the getaway drivers with the different car abilities and the use of a crowbar on her. The players will now be able to customize which gadgets they would want to put on their heroes as well. This will now let them create each hero the way that they want. I like this system a lot more, as it should add more creativity and depth for the players to customize their squad. The old system was based off a lot of RNG for abilities, which could have been a nightmare for players. Coming up to number 4, co-op will be in the game. It hasn't been mentioned too much just on their website, but we do know that it might not be completely open world, say like GTA. We know there will be mini games such as bare knuckle boxing, freestyle football, currying, and posting street art. But as a side note, the devs said there would be no permadeath online. So maybe it could be open world co-op and not just set mini games. I mean, why would they mention no permadeath if the co-op was just mini games? No one is going to be dying during a street art event. So it makes you wonder if there is going to be some portion of open world. But if there is new info that comes up, I will make a video on it. So make sure you're subbed to the channel so you know when it's up. And finishing up the list is the fact that Legion could potentially be completed without killing a single person. More than half the weapons in Legion are non-lethal. Now, the issue is that we aren't sure if during the story mission someone might be written out to die. And we as players can't do anything about that. But Clint Hawking was quoted saying, "I'm not gonna say it was a goal for us to say that players can beat the game without killing anyone. Maybe you can. I actually don't know. It's not a goal for us. The goal is to make sure we have robust non-lethal options for players." I personally find a pacifist run pretty cool. I think they require more thought and skill than just going around and blasting stuff. Would you guys attempt a pacifist run? Or are you just gonna blow everyone up? I hope this video helped you learn something you might not have known about Watch Dogs Legion. This fall is going to be insane with the amount of games coming out, but Legion could be a dark horse in the race. Is Legion a game you're looking at getting, or is there something else on your mind? Make sure you sub so you don't miss out on any Legion info, and until next time, peace.